Hello everyone, welcome back to Bobo, a channel where we share simple and interesting knowledge about cats. Today we're going to talk about something every cat owner notices very quickly. Your cat sleeps and sleeps and sleeps some more. You may see your cat sleeping on the bed, then sleeping on the sofa, then sleeping in a cardboard box, then moving just to sleep again. And you might find yourself wondering, why does my cat sleep all day? Is my cat just lazy? Is this even normal? Well, today we're going to explain everything clearly and calmly, so you can understand why sleeping is a natural, healthy, and incredibly important part of your cat's life. Let's begin. First, let's cover the most important thing to understand. Cats are built to conserve energy. In the wild, cats are predators. They are hunters, and hunting requires massive bursts of energy. Think about it: explosive speed, intense focus, and incredible strength. To prepare for these high-energy moments, cats have to rest. A lot. Even our cozy indoor cats still carry this powerful instinct deep within them. So sleeping helps them store up all that energy, even if the only thing they'll ever hunt in your home is a laser dot or a feather toy. It's all about being ready for action at a moment's notice. This brings us to our second point. Cats are not lazy. They are efficient. To us humans, sleeping for 15, 18, or even 20 hours a day sounds extreme. We'd be called lazy for sure. But for a cat, this isn't laziness, it's peak efficiency. Their bodies have evolved over thousands of years to follow a very specific pattern. Rest for long periods, act quickly when needed, and then return to rest. This cycle is what keeps them healthy, alert, and ready for anything. So when you see your cat napping, they aren't avoiding activity. They're simply following the biological blueprint that has made their species so successful. Third, it's important to know that cats don't sleep the same way humans do. Most of a cat's sleep is actually very light sleep. Think of it as a power nap. Even when their eyes are closed and they look totally passed out, their senses are still on high alert. They can still hear subtle sounds, sense movement in the room, and wake up instantly if needed. This is a survival mechanism. It means they are always partly aware of their surroundings, monitoring for both threats and opportunities. So even when your cat looks completely asleep, a part of their brain is still on duty, keeping them safe. Fourth, let's talk about timing. Cats are what scientists call crepuscular. This is a fancy word that simply means they are most active at dawn and dusk. This natural rhythm comes from their wild ancestors who hunted small prey like mice and birds, which are also most active during these twilight hours. This explains why your cat might sleep peacefully all day long only to suddenly get a case of the zoomies and start racing around the house right as you resettling down for the evening or waking up in the morning. It doesn't mean something is wrong with them. It just means their internal natural clock is working perfectly. Next up, point number 5. Indoor cats typically sleep more than outdoor cats, and the reason for this is quite simple. For an indoor cat, life is pretty good. Food is guaranteed in a bowl, there are far fewer dangers to worry about, and there's absolutely no need to hunt for survival. Without all that pressure to find their next meal or defend their territory, indoor cats can afford to rest more. It's a sign of comfort and security. So if your indoor cat seems to sleep a lot, it's a very common and normal behavior for a healthy, happy feline living a safe life. Now let's talk about how age affects sleep, which is our 6th point. A cat's sleep schedule changes a lot throughout its life. Kittens, for example, sleep an enormous amount. This is because their little bodies are growing at an incredible rate, and their brains are developing and forming connections. Sleep is essential for all that growth. On the other end of the spectrum, senior cats also tend to sleep more. Their energy levels are naturally lower, and their bodies just need more time to recover and repair. So if you notice your cat's sleep patterns changing as they get older, remember that it's a completely normal part of the aging process. Point number 7 is something many owners might not realize. Sleeping helps cats regulate their emotions. Just like us, cats use sleep to process their day. Things like stress, overstimulation, or any kind of change in their environment can be a lot for them to handle. If you have visitors over, or there are loud noises, or even just a lot of exciting playtime, your cat might sleep more afterward. This isn't them being antisocial. It's them using sleep to decompress and emotionally reset. It's their natural way of finding balance and calm after a stimulating experience. Our 8th point is one you've probably observed firsthand. Warmth makes cats sleep longer. Cats are absolute masters at finding the warmest, coziest spots in the house. You'll find them sleeping in a patch of sun, on top of a warm laptop, curled up on your lap, or burrowed into a pile of blankets. This isn't just about comfort, it's about biology. Warmth helps their muscles relax and allows for a deeper, more restorative sleep. For a cat, the perfect formula for sleep is simple: warmth plus safety equals pure bliss. Now, while most sleeping is perfectly normal, there are times when it can be a concern. This is our 9th point. The key isn't necessarily how many hours your cat sleeps, but rather any sudden changes in their routine. If your cat suddenly starts sleeping much more than usual, and this is combined with other changes like they stop eating, they stop playing, or they seem withdrawn and lethargic, it may be time to pay closer attention. A sudden and dramatic change in behavior can sometimes be a sign of an underlying health issue. In these cases, it is always a good idea to observe them closely and consider consulting a vet just to be safe. So, after all this, what does all this sleeping really mean? At its core, when you see your cat sleeping so much, you're witnessing a beautiful combination of instinct-driven energy conservation, emotional regulation, and physical recovery. Most importantly, a sleeping cat is often a cat that feels safe, secure, and comfortable in its environment. Their willingness to be vulnerable and rest so peacefully is a huge compliment to you as their owner. It means they trust you and feel at home. So the next time you see your cat sleeping peacefully for hours on end, remember, they are not bored, they are not lazy, and they are certainly not wasting their life. They are doing exactly what nature designed them to do. Sleeping is what helps your cat stay healthy, calm, and ready for action, even if that action is just pouncing on a toy mouse later in the day. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more simple and interesting cat knowledge, don't forget to subscribe to Bobo for more cat behavior explained. And feel free to share this video with any other cat lovers you know. We'll see you in the next one.